Welcome back to Cowpart Bros. We're fresh off the polyamorous discussion. Jason still hasn't figured out a better term for side, which really means that Jason is not ready for a polyamorous relationship.
Don't you tell me what I'm ready for.
Consequently, I don't think Kanye West is really ready for any relationship, specifically a relationship with social media. Is that a fair assessment, Jason?
Or Kim Kardashian.
Are you saying Kim Kardashian isn't ready for a relationship with social media either?
No, I meant Kanye's not ready for a relationship with her. That's why I told her. But anyway, moving on.
Got it.
Yeah, see that went over your head, bro? Because you were trying to be too funny. So yeah, I need you to bring that down a little bit.
I mean, keep going, dog. So
no, you go. Lead us into the subject, sir, because I'm about to flame you later. So go ahead.
I mean, clearly you're still having a better week than Kanye West is because he's been effectively deactivated from the socials. It's rough. It's rough when you get banned from, temporarily banned from Facebook and Twitter. I mean, he was going at Adidas for a minute. And it's such a tired tirade. Like him going at Adidas is so old. Him going at the Jews is so old. Him going at his ex-wife is old. Like, bro, you realize how tired of an act it is to make people like feel bad for the Kardashians?
I wasn't worried anybody feels bad for him.
I mean, we know you don't.
I don't see any reason why anybody should feel bad for them at all. Other than Rob. But yeah. So.
Yeah. But clearly, Kanye is having a manic episode. And then the White Lives Matter shit went down, And I know that, I've been kind of heads down, for a minute. And I know that Kanye is just losing his shit when, white dudes like 10 years older than me are like trying to keep me up to speed on the shenanigans that he's up to. So it's a rough time, dog. We a long ass way from college dropout, dude.
With that being said, sir, you mentioned to me the White Lives Matter stuff. Again, that's what started this whole thing. And obviously him getting locked out or banned, whatever, from Instagram and Twitter. I still think the White Lives Matter thing, I think, is heavier than the Twitter stuff. No offense to anybody who's Jewish, but let's keep it real. The attire that he wore during a fashion show, I'm not sure if it was a fashion show for his line or anything else, didn't matter. Him up there standing up with Candace Owens wearing White Lives Matter sweatshirts or t-shirts or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, nah, dog. All the crazy stuff he did might just be trumped by this.
Was that a Freudian slip or what are you doing there?
No, seriously. But I guess to my question to you is, and really to anybody else, if you want to chime in on this, drop a comment, call us, email, what have you. Obviously, you mentioned you probably have a list. You have a long list of stuff that Kanye has done when it comes to him doing crazy stuff, outlandish things, offensive things, what have you, whatever. And yes, obviously, he's still dropping music. My question to you in particular, I know you're a Kanye fan, at least musically. How are you able to draw the line between all his antics and still being a fan of his music? I'm not trying to judge you or criticize you or say you shouldn't be, because obviously, like I said, it's your opinion. But I guess my question is, what really does he have to do for you to say, you know what, screw this guy, I'm done with him in every way, musically included?
So I think your question is, it's like, what horrible thing hasn't he done yet, and would he have to do it?
If you want to frame it that way, that's fine.
I feel like I feel like that's what people basically say, and I feel like I'm not going to hypothesize on what he hasn't done yet. I mean, I'm not going to defend the indefensible. I mean, I've
Okay,
what
well,
he's done. What Jason? What he's doing is indefensible. What he's doing with Candace Owens, what he's doing. I mean, he's making a mockery of himself. He lets people use him. He he lets people use him and spit, and they spit him out. Hell, 10 years from now, Donald Trump isn't going to give a shit about him.
okay,
And so, um, I that's his choice though. He's chosen to make a mockery of himself. I can't control that. I accept that. I don't have a choice in the matter. It is what it is. My frustration is when people use that as rationale to effectively downplay the music. The music should be the music. You know, I still think Kanye West is still a pretty good artist when he can actually focus on being a pretty good artist. Whatever the hell he's trying to do in fashion, I was like, you know, hell, me and my flat ass feet, I have no business trying to even secure Yeezys. I will be perfectly honest. Um, the the real crux of the matter for me is for my own personal health, my own personal mental health. I do my very best to avoid Kanye West at all costs on Twitter and on Facebook because I feel like, bro, you just trying to get some attention.
okay. So a lot of things you said there. So first of which, I don't think anybody who doesn't want to isn't downplaying his music. Now, me personally, I, other than a few songs here and there, I'm not that big into his music, right? But I feel like anybody who has issue with all the things he's done, they're not downplaying his music. Some of them may just not choose to support his music anymore because of his antics. Now, like you said, somebody can still recognize he's a good musical artist, like you, but they can also just stop supporting him altogether because they don't want to, we'll say, finance, you know, his antics. Now, obviously, there's still going to be people that do it, which is what it is, but that doesn't mean they have to, you know, and that can be applied to lots of other things in life. But secondly, that's not what I asked you. What I asked you, in different words, well, yeah, let me ask you this way. So, given the fact that you try to avoid him on Facebook and social media, which yeah, you can do, but you're still going to hear about it because you're still alive. You know, you're still on social media. You know, so just because you're not following him or listening to him on social media doesn't mean people are going to share it. Like this story about the White Lives Matter, did you still know about it
I was aware of it. Yes.
before I brought it up yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I found out about it on Sunday. Yes.
So yeah, so you're still going to find out about it. So that being said, you can't avoid them altogether because again, you're not an idiot. You watch TV, you listen to people, so you know what's happening. So I guess my point is, I don't know why you're laughing. I'm not that funny right now
No,
in this
you're
moment.
not.
In this moment. That before yeah, in this moment to clarify, in this moment. But really, what stops you from getting? And I want to say getting in line. What stops you from also saying, "Screw this guy, I'm done with him," because of what he's done is so deplorable. And I'm not talking about the next thing he could do. I'm not saying that based off what he's done so far right now, which I have to imagine this most recent thing could be the worst. Again, like I said, my opinion. And we only have to put it on Kanye. Has there ever been anybody else in the history of being famous where you stopped supporting them, following them, whatever, because of their antics away from their industry of talent?
Okay. I'll even take it out of the realm of somebody this famous. Somebody that perhaps doing you dirty personally. Um, just because someone's being horrible to you in the moment, I'm like, okay, this person might be a real asshole in the moment. I'm like, that doesn't mean that you think the worst of them. Um, that you're done with them forever. That you you think the worst of them. That you need to, you know, just literally just call it quits and literally, I don't know. I look at it like, I feel like I still have like a little pedestal. Like, okay, like literally, I played College Dropout earlier today. I was like, you know what? In my head, I'm just like, why did I decide to listen to Kanye West today? I don't know why. Because I was just like, in my head, I'm like, that guy's still there.
When you
That
say he's still
motherfucker.
there, like what do you mean?
Because in my mind, that guy's still there.
Like in your head, he's still there?
Like, not in my head. Like, I choose to listen to that version of him. I know that person doesn't exist today. You dig? Like, Uncle Ruckus Kanye exists today, Jason. He's out here rocking that ugly ass font up at Trump Tower. Polaris Kanye is never coming back, Mr. Ross. That doesn't
Neither's
mean
Polaris.
touche.
Folks, we'll
Touche.
explain that later.
Touche. Touche. You know what? You know what? We should just end the show right now.
For clarification, folks, that's a high school that Kanye went to at some point in his high school life. And the high school is no longer there. It's called Polaris Pi, whatever, you know. So yeah, yeah, it's not coming back. But
Miko,
unfortunately, Kanye keeps coming back because people keep supporting him. I'm not pointing at you, but in general, yes, that's why he's still doing this stuff. Because why would he stop? People still buy his music or whatever. I try not to use any 4-letter words, Terrence, but you're trying to pull it out of me. Okay, stop. But yeah, that's why he's still going to keep doing these things. You know, because people still support him, which is their choice, just like it's yours. I think it was somebody from TMZ, but there was a brother who worked for TMZ, and I think it was an issue that happened before. I'm not sure. I don't even know why Kanye was even there, but Kanye was talking to the people at TMZ, whatnot, and they got the segment I saw pointed to when Kanye was talking to this dude, and this dude was like going off on him for like 2 minutes, saying about how damaging the stuff Kanye was doing is damaging for the regular black people who have to live in society. Because let's be honest here, Kanye West is Kanye West. Yes, he lives in society too, but because he's a celebrity, he can cut himself off from everything that he needs to in his own little, fortress of probably that he probably calls his home. And because also he's a celebrity, he's not going to be looked at and treated like the rest of us either. So that's yeah. The guy you're talking had a lot of great points, folks, and I'll gladly share it on our Cowboy Bros pages when I find it. But yeah, but my point is, why should he have to stop doing these things when he doesn't have to feel the full brunt of his actions, other than from social media and people calling him out, whether it be regular human beings like you and me, or his fellow musicians and celebrities as well. But at the end of the day, who cares? As long as they're still buying the music, right?
I don't know if I subscribe to that shit. All I know
Subscribe
is
to
that,
what? Supply and demand?
listen, what I'm telling you, Jason, is that you're talking about the whole as long as people buy that shit. What I'm telling you is Kanye West is paying a price for his fuckery. It may not appear like it, but he is.
Explain quickly how, or just small tidbits. Or what take forever. It's your show. But you're right. I don't see it other than socially, maybe, and that's just when I say socially, I mean social media, really.
Okay. I'm not talking about the fact that, his fucking handle is fucking deactivated for a minute. Who gives a fuck about that?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
talking
Go ahead.
I'm talking about the fact that he is being effectively ostracized That
By
that
who?
is by his own fucking culture. Like he is he is being ostracized to some extent.
But why should he care if, again, I bring it back to this, if the money's still there? I'm
Listen,
not saying,
listen,
listen, go ahead.
Jason.
Go ahead.
If money was everything, um, and as our man Alex Jones is about to find out, clearly money is not everything, especially when you're about to part ways with it. Uh,
And Kanye's not parting ways with none of it. Now,
he's
I don't know when he's dropping his next album, so I guess we'll see. But
respectfully, money can't buy you everything, and clearly there is a void somewhere, and that is why he keeps spouting off with these absurdities, because he is trying to fill that void. What that void is, I wish I could tell you. If I could, if listen, if I knew that shit, I wouldn't be here. I'd be making a hell of a lot more money somewhere else with this hour. So that's my take, champ. You feel free to disagree.
I pretty much already did.
So
I don't. Yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, money can't buy you everything. True. But if it can buy
but
you all you need, who cares?
yeah, but listen, if money was all that, explain why he is so clinically unhappy and depressed.
Listen, I didn't say anything about being happy. All I said was, why should he stop anything what he's doing if he's not being affected in the way that would most affect him? Let's be honest, celebrities, they want to make more money. Because why? Because that's just the lifestyle they're used to, right? Depressed or not, I'm pretty sure, I was going to say, in many ways, it's probably better to be rich and depressed than broke and depressed. Just putting it out there.
Okay. And with that said, we will close out the show.